You don't hear you. Oh, man.
I feel like I just robbed a bank. Holy shit.
Well, that's that. Now we just got one.
Done. We can go do this. That's outrageous.
What the?
Oh, yes. It feels so good.
Whoa! No! 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 Woo!
Yep. So you're stuck with you're stuck with that.
Woo!
You don't hear you. You don't hear you. You don't hear you.
You don't hear you. You don't hear you. You don't hear you.
Okay, so I'd like to start off the show by saying what the hell, Shad? My epic Men in Black sunglasses videos still not in the intro.
Right. You know, yeah.
Rare parrot.
The thing is we've been so incredibly busy. Seriously. Head wound. Say it.
Yes. Welcome back, everybody, to the Literally No Set Show. We are Head Wound. Mr. Let's see which way is it pointing at. There he is. Who are you?
Yeah.
Hey. Nice. And the gentleman with the sexy glasses at the end is...
I'm Code
10. With the cheater mic. The freaking cheater mic.
Wait a minute, here. I got one.
That's not a cheater mic. That's a ghetto mic, dude.
That's a ghetto mic.
Fine.
That is
hashtag get on my level.
Some of us don't have a lot of money.
All right. So they're saying echo. So people are saying that there's an echo somewhere.
I already muted it. Oh wait, hold on. Let me see.
Let me check one thing here. That's muted. That's muted.
Do that.
That's muted.
No, I have no other thing to mute from.
Right? I don't have anything else to mute. I mean, it's. Audio settings here. Let me.
I think I'm good. The only thing I have going into you guys is my mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me try to get this off to something else here. There. Let's see if that works. There was still something.
Going on.
Grabbing sound in the main computer. So if push comes to shove, I'll just get rid of it. So.
Yeah. There you go. It might be coming from both the speaker and microphone XSplit. Maybe.
No, I have that.
Echo.
Yeah, let's do
Okay,
that.
let me try something. What about now? Of course, I can't hear anything.
Hello, my friend.
Is it me you're looking for?
But the question is, you guys can't hear me now, can you? They can't hear me when I do that.
Yeah.
Here, let me try this. I have an idea.
Okay.
All right, let's try that.
Wait, it's fixed.
Oh, they're saying it's fixed?
Don't touch anything.
Don't touch anything. Done.
Okay.
Fixed. Don't touch anything.
Fixed. Okay, great. Awesome. Well,
all right.
With that, okay, we can hear you. Okay, good. Awesome. Well, we've got a lot of cool things that we're going to be covering this week. it's been a fairly slow week as far as releases go. Not very much going on, but there is one of them that kind of has been controversial to some, because it comes from a company that has produced a lot of episodic adventure series that have been absolutely amazing, including the Walking Dead series by Telltale Games. The specific version of the episodic series we're talking about is Minecraft Story Mode. Episode 3 is coming out this week in 2 days. In 2 days it comes out, and it's titled The Last Place You'll Look. Hey, where is the last place that we look?
I don't know. Last place you look.
Literally, it's when you're searching for something to find it.
It's in the last place that you look.
Yeah, that's absolutely what they're referring to. So no, I've had a pretty good. I've had a lot of fun with this, as far as the series goes, for the first and the second episodes that have been released so far. But it's been getting a lot of. There are people who have not been introduced to Telltale Games. You know, they'll have their opinions about it.
Right.
But as far as my opinion about it, it's a little less than what I was hoping it was going to be. Like, when you play the other Telltale games, you get these long series where you can play for a pretty good amount of time in a single episode that they release before they get on to the next one.
I really felt that the first one was lacking severely, as a matter of fact. You know, I went into this, really psyched about it. We saw it at PAX. We got to test it at PAX, and it looked really good. The problem is, all the stuff that you play through in PAX is like 90% of the episode. Okay? There's, the first episode is severely lacking in content, as far as I'm concerned, and not only content, severely lacking in interaction, and it really, I never once felt that I was ever in control of the situation, or that the decisions that I was making were ever affecting anything that's story. And whether I chose either way, the story was going to go the same direction. I didn't feel that there was any time that I was making a decision that was going to affect the outcome, because the big freaking black monster was still going to spawn no matter what you did.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've been a little bit disappointed with this specific series, because in other series, the things that you did were a lot more risky, a lot more interactive, and caused people to die.
Okay.
And in this, it doesn't feel like we have that Jeopardy effect. Like, you could literally sit there with your hands back, and it will do. It feels like it would do the whole game for you almost.
Mm-hmm.
Because there were times where, like, I forgot which buttons were what, and I'm like in the mood, and and so there's something happens.
When you're in the mood, buddy, I know which button to push. I don't know about you, bro.
Yeah. So, in that case, a little bit disappointed. But as far as I understand, this game is built for a certain genre of people.
Mm-hmm.
The younger crowd, because it's something that's a very PG game, and they can lead it through, and they can get involved with their first episodic series, because all of the series that Telltale Games have, or the majority, I should say, of the Telltale games that have been out, have had, some extreme content of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
And so they haven't been able to breach this audience. So I haven't actually talked to Telltale Games about this, but that may actually be.
Hey, we're willing to hear from Telltale Games if they want to talk to us about their game and tell us maybe some behind the scenes why they took the direction that they did. I think that maybe it might have something to do with the target audience. Target audience is seen to be the younger children crowd, but we know that that's not true. I really don't like stereotypes and shoehorning. It leaves out us, and then it makes us look like, oh my god, we're playing a kids game. No, I'm not playing a kids game. Okay, if you look at my builds, that I dare a kid to build what I'm building. That's just I do believe that they could have gone edgier, and they probably either were asked not to or just decided not to. So that's my 2 cents.
Code, what is have you had any experience with this yet?
You know, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I had absolutely no interest in story mode whatsoever. Because I mean, I do play Minecraft from time to time. I don't consider myself like a adamant Minecraft player. I can't build, you know, these tremendous things that some people build, but I enjoy Minecraft. And I looked at Minecraft story mode and I was like, how in the world are you going to take a game like Minecraft and make it anything other than what it is? And you know, I've always considered Minecraft as literally this blank slate. You create your own story from it. And it's just, if you try and somebody, you know, if you try and tell somebody the story that they're supposed to play in Minecraft, it's gonna flop. And I don't know, that's me.
You know, I want to throw this out there, okay? There's times when relationships don't mix, okay? And there's times when you look at a relationship and you say that this isn't going to mix, okay? I really don't believe that Telltale, when I saw that Telltale Games was going to be doing story mode for Minecraft, a lot of people were going, oh, great, awesome. And I'm kind of looking at that going, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? You know, huh? Okay, you know, and I jumped on the, oh, that's awesome bandwagon because, you know, I thought that what I was seeing at PAX was like the beginning, you know, just the, you know, a very small snippet of what we were going to get. But what I'm trying to get to is honestly, I believe that this was a partnership where whoever it be went to so-and-so, hi, I'm Telltale Games. Hi, I'm Mojang. Oh, let's get together and do something. Nobody stopped to think and go, wait a minute. Is this a good fit? Is this something we should be doing? Okay, and
yeah,
I don't think that's
I
ever
believe
asked.
totally when they came around and they had this idea to actually do this. I believe that why do you ever make a game? You do it because you believe in it, of course, and also to make some money. And I think that maybe the underlining tale here was that Minecraft and its billions of dollars, or whatever it is, Telltale Games wanted to get in there a little bit. Maybe they wanted to take a different approach. Is it working? We have, you know, this 3rd episode coming up in 2 days, and then 2 more episodes after that. Will it all seamlessly come together? And you know what? It should have been where a person like yourself, Chaos, that where you don't feel that you have enough control, maybe going through the entire series in one fell swoop would have made it a better experience.
Possibly. I don't know. You guys know me. I'm notoriously anti-linear. I just do not like linear games at all. That's probably one of the reasons why I don't like these Minecraft mod packs that have a book that you have to step through the book. I hate that. Okay. I like being fully in control of what I'm doing. That's why I love World of Warcraft. Okay. That's why I love Minecraft, is that I'm in control of the direction that I go and what I want to do and how I want to do it. And that's how I believe that's how I find fun. I'm not saying that's the right way or the wrong way. It's just the way that I happen to enjoy it.
There are already very successful games out there that use this sort of I guess you could call it a genre, this blocky, pixely style thing. I mean, you know, Trove comes to mind, and other stuff like that, Castle Crashers, so on, or not Castle Crashers. I don't know what I was thinking with that one. Anyway, there are very successful games that have already done this. There's no reason to put Minecraft's name on it.
Right.
I just, you know, if you're gonna do something like this, do it as your own game, and you'll be in the competing space with every other game. There's no reason to take what is the base of this and try and make it something more. It's not going to work. I mean, in my opinion.
They're trying to use the Minecraft name to carry them.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, there's no reason for that, because when you think Minecraft, this is not what you get.
No.
Yeah, and you got to remember that Minecraft is a sandbox game.
Right.
They placed in the title of this release, this is Minecraft Story Mode. It's story. We're leading you through a story.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole idea around this. So a lot of people, unfortunately, they're going to read Minecraft and they're not going to read that it is actually a story mode based game,
Right.
and they'll get upset at that, and that's fine.
Mhm.
It's fine. You know, they've not been led astray necessarily, but that is the way that it is. So that
Let's step on.
Seems like it seems like it does make sense in some
Mhm.
way, but then it does not make sense in others. Therefore, it makes literally no
It,
sense.
yes, it literally makes no sense.
It literally it fits.
Wah,
makes
wah, wah,
perfect
wah.
sense to us, though.
You know what? Let's see if we can step up and get this. Then there's this.
Yes, yes. Let's watch this.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, baby, you can do it.
You can do it, XSplit. We
There
believe
you go.
in
Come on.
you. There we go.
There we go.
We all need to run.
Hope is not lost today. We must face them. Fight them.
Sure you're up for this? Hell no.
Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
I get chills every single time I see this.
Give me. I see a Chaos Trance in the background wearing a very wife beater.
It's her Cammy.
That's okay. Well, actually, what's funny is that last week when we were doing the broadcast, we were reviewing a trailer from Star Wars, and we were, or something, and I was saying to Chaos, I said, I bet they're going to come out with something else. And Chaos was like, no.
I said that they weren't going to come out with another trailer, and this was known that
That's
it wasn't
true.
a trailer. This is a
That's true.
sneak peek or something.
Don't fucking split hairs over this.
It's not a trailer.
You know
I
what?
said it wasn't a trailer specifically.
Yes, in no way was this released as a trailer. This was a sneak piece that was released off of the Star Wars Facebook page, and when it came out, it has so much great content in it. A lot of the things, you know, brand stormtrooper weapon.
Yeah.
That's-
Like anti-lightsaber stormtrooper weapon, and that
Yes.
stormtrooper is like, bitch, come get me,
Yeah.
come get you some of this. I'm like,
Like, right, you bring out your big ass lightsaber here. Check this out.
check
man.
this out.
I really appreciate that. I
Yeah.
really appreciate that.
I'm
And then, yeah,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
have to say about that weapon. And I'm really trying to. I looked at it pretty closely, and it looked a little hokey to me. But anyway, let's move on.
You know, it's something that the Jedi's have to contend with now, and
Right.
so the lightsaber is not the be all get all.
Right.
You know, it's just another weapon now. It will be interesting to see where they actually go with that.
Yeah.
In future Star
Yeah.
Wars episodes.
You know, and one of the things I'm getting on this is I don't believe that we can call them Jedi or Sith anymore. I believe the Jedi are gone. I believe that these are Force-sensitive people that are Force-sensitive to the light side or to the dark side. But I don't believe Jedi really exist. I mean, Luke Skywalker is like a pseudo-Jedi, but really the last Jedi died with Anakin. And he was Sith, but Obi-Wan Kenobi before that. So, I know, I don't know if you want, I just wanted to kind of note that we're going into a Star Wars era where Jedi are a legend because they've been dead for 30 years. Am I right?
That is true. That is true. And a lot of more characters are using lightsabers when it used to be that Jedi only weapon.
Right.
And the characters that are actually in this don't seem like the ones that particularly use it.
Finn.
The guy's name? Finn. Thank
Finn.
you.
Yeah.
He actually uses a lightsaber, and I don't think they haven't led into anything about him getting training or going, any of the Jedi masters coming to him and teaching him in the ways. None of that.
And we were led to believe that really, if you're going to wield a lightsaber and not cut your penis off, that you're going to need some freaking training. That's it. Blop. Oh, that sucker go. Holy shit, it's gone. You know, Code, you looked like you had something to say, bro.
I actually disagree that the Jedi are dead. Because, I mean, first of all, let's think of it this way. Episode, what is it, 6? 6, titled Return of the Jedi. Yes, so the last actual council-trained Jedi died with Anakin. Got it. Fully agree. However, Luke was trained by a Jedi Master.
Point. Very good point. Yes, so we could say that Luke could possibly be a Jedi. Possibly. I'd give it up. Possibly. He's like a shadow of its former self Jedi, I guess.
But
is what we'd say.
One thing I think that the movies didn't really allude to was, were all the Jedi killed?
Right. And that's still a very good question. Were they all killed? I mean, Order 66 or Order something like that where the stormtroopers killed off their, we don't know if they were all killed. I mean, hell, Yoda was hiding on Dagobah for how long, and so, but we're getting off the subject. This freaking trailer was freaking awesome. Okay, that's all there is to it.
Definitely, and we did see Chewbacca. Chewbacca is in the trailer.
Yes, Chewbacca is definitely in the trailer.
So I think he's gonna live. You can't kill him off. I don't care.
I don't know, man.
You can't kill Chewbacca. Not gonna happen.
I don't know, man. I think that this is, from what I'm gathering, those scenes were from the Millennium Falcon beating a hasty retreat from whatever the desert planet is. Jakku, I think it's called. And I think that he's still there. I think that something happens to them when they reach Starkiller Base, and that planet is what I believe. Okay, I don't know. We'll have to see. We're less than 30 days. We're less than 30 days.
Too much up in the air. There's some great battles in there. There's some, some of the TIE fighter action along with the ground troops. So I think we're looking. I think this Star Wars is going to just be incredible.
I think it is too. I think hands down it's going to be incredibly awesome, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it. We have big plans, like I've said. So anyway, Shane, any finishing remarks?
Chewie dies, we riot.
Chewie dies, we riot.
Chewie dies, we riot. That is exactly right. Well, we had some interesting. So at PAX. And I also believe TwitchCon, they actually had some VR gear that was available for testing. Not only the Oculus, but they also had the Samsung VR gear, which is a project that is a collaboration between the Oculus company and also Samsung. This is it. Not only that, but it is out right now. It is out right now. Not only that, but it's $99. I mean, you want your VR? Gotcha. We gotcha. Really? Hey, Code. Do you mind just smack? Let's smack him upside the head. Yeah. What's
Let's go ahead and perpetuate this self-perpetuating delusion that VR is worth of shit, because it's not. It's a pie-in-the-sky abstraction. It is a joke. It is just a bunch of companies trying to cram this shit down our throats. This thing, $99. You don't even get a phone for it, people. You get a freaking plastic thing that hooks up to your phone. For $99? Are you high? You have to control it on the side of your freaking beep, 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 beep. God damn it, move for it. Fuck, ow, God damn it. Are you feeling me here? No. Give me a Bluetooth controller, at least.
what? I believe that back in the day when they tried to do VR without any way to view it with controls and without being able to tilt and view like this with anything, I think, you know, back 10 years ago, yes, I would agree. It's like, what are you talking about? When you had to use your mouse to control which direction you were actually doing it. But now that they've been incorporated gyroscopes and all of the technologies into these things where you can actually
still
look
have
around.
to click a button on the side of your head to figure out which way you're going. I want to move forward. Forward. Oh, stop. I want to look up. Forward.
Jesus, Chaos, tell us how you really feel.
It's a $99 chunk of plastic that you plug your $600 phone into.
Chaos.
Yeah, love.
Have you ever put one on your head?
No.
Wait, who has the stream running in the background? You can't be doing that. Well, if you haven't actually used it,
okay.
Yes, I can understand your viewpoint. But you insane? This is virtual reality crap.
No,
this is like
this
the
is
thing
not
of the.
virtual
This
reality.
is like every geek's dream is to get one of these on.
Virtual reality
and disappear
is
into another world. For
plug
real.
directly into your brain, immerse your body in a sensory deprivation tank, and freaking have it pumped directly to your brain. That's virtual
There you
reality.
go.
This
There you go.
this is a plastic monstrosity of puking proportions.
This is the beginning of, you know, what will be the future. And the price, okay, when to get beyond the rage of Chaos and him doing that, when I looked at Oculus and I looked at the price and I looked at what it was able to do, I was disappointed because the price point was too high. When I saw the Samsung VR gear, I was like, oh, this is cool. This is like the same thing, but, you know, its implementation is more friendly to the general masses, being able to use the phone within the device to give you a VR experience. I think $99 is perfectly reasonable, especially since there are people who will pay like $75 for a freaking controller.
All right. Oh, sorry.
So
you're not going to get me to ever. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, that is fine. That is fine. Code, have you ever had any experience with the VR systems, either the Oculus or Samsung or otherwise?
I have had experience with the Oculus. First of all, let me go ahead and say I kind of agree with Chaos. This is bullshit.
Right?
But Oculus is not. Actually, my first experience with Oculus Rift was at PAX South, where I met Chaos, in fact.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
But my first experience was on Elite Dangerous with the Oculus Rift, and I gotta tell you, as a guy who is a complete and total space nerd, like if I was put in Portal right now, I'd be the Space Corps. That was a religious experience for me, because I mean, I don't know, it was awesome. I like Oculus Rift because it is a purpose-built and designed VR rig. This is a inverted sports strap.
Oh, screw you!
You know what? Just say it. That bitch is a jock strap for your head. Just say it. That holds your nuts into your brain. I'm telling you.
Wow.
I don't believe. I'm a personal believer in purpose design tech. Okay, I understand that this can be a multifunction device and it's awesome, but when you get something that's designed to do everything, it doesn't really do anything. How many times have I had problems with this phone making a simple fucking phone call?
Well,
so
you are a grunt.
Hey, maybe this is the one item that you'll actually be able to get it to use.
You know, I'll tell you what. One of the things is that I don't believe in really yelling about this unless I actually offer up some things. First of all, it's nothing without this. That's the number one problem with this product. Okay, it is a device to put this like this. That's number one, the biggest thing. Number 2, the mouse on the side of the freaking thing. Okay, listen, all you had to do was do a quick little Bluetooth thing in somebody's hand, and that's all you needed to do. The fact that you're having people come up here is just completely preposterous. For that $99, you easily could have made something that plugs in and stores there and charges there, and then you take it out and you use it in your hand. Okay, as far as everything else, that's my 2 biggest problems with this device, and the price is totally outrageous. It should be $20.
It should be $20. Okay.
Yeah.
If we're gonna go that route, then why the hell not Google Cardboard?
Exactly. Seriously.
Why not just like build a damn cardboard thing that will hold your damn phone, install the Google Cardboard on your device, and there
this
you
is
go.
a nifty phone holder.
There you
That's
go.
all it is. It's a nifty phone
That's exactly what you know what? I would buy $30. I would buy it for $30 because guess what? That's about the amount I'd spend on a sports band to take my phone running with me. So
there you go.
That's all it is. Like there's
I'm waiting to see somebody actually use one of these in public.
Does this thing it provide any additional functionality other than?
Oh no! It has. Don't forget.
Oh, the buttons. That's
the,
right.
The
okay,
buttons.
Oh wait. There they are. There they are. Got it. Nailed it.
Yeah. Oh, nailed it. Oh my God. Now, wait a minute. Are we going to be charged for that?
Headwind, I'm really sorry that I didn't mean to derail your whole thing.
This is why we have these discussions. This is why we introduce these products onto the stream so that we can yell at these people for making stupid crap like this.
Right.
You know what? I gotta say, this is the first time I've seen Google Cardboard, and I have to say, well played, Google. That is the best troll I have ever seen on this particular market.
I'm so glad that you looked that up. Oh my gosh! You know what? If I knew this discussion was going to go this way, we would have a picture of the Google Cardboard.
Yes, yes, we should have.
Because it's just.
Somebody tweet out a picture of the Google Cardboard so we can. Wendy tweet out the picture of the Google Cardboard. I think it's time to ask the question, Headwind. Ask it.
He doesn't want to.
I'm not gonna.
Oh, does this make literally no sense? This literally makes absolutely no freaking sense. That's my 2 cents.
Bury it. I say that if you have the money and you want the Oculus experience before the Oculus comes out, go for it. Otherwise,
you don't have to. You can buy the Oculus SDK right now and get an Oculus Rift. It's not hard.
Okay, fine.
You know what this is? You really want to know what this is? I'll tell you what this is. I'll tell you what this is right here. I'll tell you what this is. This is Samsung walking up to Oculus and saying, hey, we're a multi-billion-dollar company. We're going to release something VR. Do you want your name on it or not?
I think Samsung went to Oculus and said, hey, you know what? I like what you're doing. Can we do a mobile one that we can actually incorporate our phones in and cha-ching.
Let me and now one of these I almost know for without a shadow of a doubt is not, but the other one I'm not too sure. But these are 2 companies that I totally look at for trend setting. And yes, you're going to beat me for this. Has Apple made a virtual device like this in the last 5 years? Have they looked into it? Have they done anything with it? Ah, there it is!
Google Cardboard.
Wah, 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 wah. Okay, so my first question is, has Apple, who I believe is a trend center and a leader in technological innovation, have they done this? The answer is no. Has Microsoft stepped up and done anything like this? The answer is no. These are 2 companies that have their hands on the pulse of technology, and neither one of them are even remotely doing anything down this road because they know that it's a puke-worthy technology. Sorry, guys. Let's move on.
This fucking guy.
That's just a puke-worthy techno. Okay, you know what? Screw you.
Let's
It
move on.
doesn't make any
This
sense. You just...
look. This is the wave of the future of IO, basically, because I mean, the keyboard and mouse has been the paradigm for how long now? 40 years, something like that. VR is the next stage. No, we haven't developed the technology yet to jack straight into the human central nervous system without killing somebody. So this is what we got. And honestly, there are companies out there doing some pretty amazing stuff to do full function VR experiences. Case in point, Google The Void.
The Void.
Also, you got to think
Now,
about the practical things that can come out of this, such as the medical field.
Porn.
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 Yes. Yes.
Porn.
Okay. You know what?
Let's move on.
We're moving on. Well, the next thing we need to discuss is, well, something related to what I was actually playing on stream this morning on my channel, which is the Headwound _ channel. CSGO. In other words, Counter-Strike, Global Offensive. The ESL, in other words, the Electronic Sports League, has co-opted with the ESA, which is the Esports Entertainment Association, which produces an application that keeps the CSGO community safe from, you know, cheaters.
Cheater, pumpkin eater, had a wife and couldn't beat her.
So they've put together their own league called the ESL, ESEA Pro League, and they're in their second season. We kind of waited to see what was going to happen with the first season, whether they were going to come out with a second one. First season went great. Second season has started up. The European finals are, I think, going to be
European.
Yes, European finals are coming up or have been already handled. We're talking about big money, guys. We're talking about
$250K.
250. It's a total of it's a $500,000.
$500,000 for playing freaking video games. Sign this brother up.
Where was this when I was playing CS:GO in my days, back in the Wii
back
days
in the
when
day
I was
and stuff.
back in the day.
So I did a little research into this, and I love companies finally trying to step forth and control the cheating. Okay, I believe that the guy who got cheated in the video so I watched the video of them showing a pro player getting banned live in a match. Okay, Fletcher, whatever his name is. I believe that that's completely manufactured. I don't believe that.
Oh no, there's an auto system that's built into the software that can tell movement and applications running in the background, all this stuff. And if it
I'm not saying that the software itself is. I'm thinking that incident when they banned him live, I believe that was an ad. That was.
Oh no, that was totally the software taking control of the situation and doing it whenever it seems necessary. Yeah, there are multiple times where there have been pro league games where people have been actually VAC banned during the actual match, and you see it appear in the text log in the chat of the game, and all they could do is just sit back and say, oh well, they caught me.
What do you think about this, Code?
I don't give a crap. Okay. let me context this. I don't give a crap because I don't give a crap about CS:GO.
Oh,
right?
shit.
I don't know why this game has gotten as popular as it has. I mean, okay, it's Counter-Strike. I get that, but I play CS:GO, and it's just like I mentioned in Headwound's channel a little bit earlier. I can't stand it because I start playing it, and after a little while, I'm like, you have sights on the rifle, use them. So, I don't.
Yes, I mean that is true. I mean, then it also bridges the discussion of, you know, what about the community itself? Generally, it attracts a lot of the younger crowd, which then can lead to, you know, a whole bunch of immature talk and, you know, people saying the wrong things. But there is a reason that there is a mute and block communication feature within the game itself. So you don't have to listen to these people, which is what I did this morning when I had 3 other people in my team who were all being, they're being
toxic.
dicks. They're being toxic and they're being dicks. So I just completely muted them. And then I had a great game.
Toxic penis alert. Toxic
I
Yeah,
think
penis.
I personally think it's pretty sad that the gaming community at large has gotten to the point where those of us who are either A, more casual or B, more professional players just have to, like, from the outset turn off voice chat in the game entirely,
Yeah.
or mute an entire
Yeah.
game or something like
Yeah.
that. It's ridiculous, but that's a completely different discussion.
That is a
Yeah.
completely different
CS:GO
discussion.
did move to a good thing recently, which is it used to be when you began a match or ended a match, or when you were in the intermission between switching sides, you were allowed to talk to everybody, whether it was your team or the other team. They have removed that. You can only talk to your team at all. You can't talk to the team at all. I mean, you can't talk to the other team unless it's chat. You can't actually, say something, which has removed a lot of that toxic nature of it. Also, with generally when somebody goes into being that they want to be a pro player or they want to be a professional player, this is a team sport. You get a team together. You play with friends. That way you know who the individuals are. If you're going out and you're doing what they call matchmaking, which is you're just randomly being assigned to a random person,
Pick
of
up
course,
words.
you're expecting to get these trolls.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the nature of the game. It's the same with League of Legends. League of Legends, you go into almost any League of Legends Twitch chat, and it is toxic. It is very toxic. But that's not why we came here to talk about this. It was about the big money and about these 2 leagues getting together to create this pro league. I think it's a great idea. The season 2 finals will be held in Burbank, California, and is said to make somebody a lot of money.
I think, yeah, this can only be good for gaming. This can only be good for everything down the road. I'm a little bit with code. It's CS:GO. I mean, okay, but it's fine. It's fine. And I'm definitely supportive of it and the whole 9 yards. It's very cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Does it make any
All
sense?
Right. Well, we understand that for some it doesn't make sense. For some it does. I think it does. And Chaos, you have something coming up. You got a hold of something.
Oh my God!
I am so freaking jealous, man.
I have been blessed by the Blizzard gods. The Blizzard gods have looked down upon me and bestowed me beta access to Overwatch. Yes, that's right. The guy who would never play this game in any other facility, whatever, the only way that I would play it is free. And if it was given to me, which is what I'm doing, because if you guys know me, this is not my style of game. Okay, and I would probably come at it the same way that I was coming at the VR thingamajigger earlier today. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys something. I went in and started playing Overwatch, okay? And I was totally expecting to just have the nausea kick in right away. I was expecting to, as soon as I click a button, it go zip around. I was expecting to and kill. None of that. You guys,
nice.
None of that. The things that I hate and loathe about these first-person shooters is exactly what I saw. No offense, Headwind. Walk up and the guy's dead. Okay, yes, that's normal, but this is video games. Okay.
Yeah.
In Overwatch, yes, if somebody's popping their super or whatever it's called, yeah, you're gonna probably get one shot. Get the fuck out of the way. Okay. But any other time you have it, listen, this game is about tactics, it's about map knowledge, it's about ability knowledge, okay? It's not about how fast you are, how twitchy you are, how quick you are, because they've made the game so it takes that advantage of somebody out of it. Meaning, I feel that it is not necessarily slowed down, but I felt more natural when I was running through the game. I felt more natural when I was shooting. I felt more natural because it wasn't just this zip, 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 bang, bang, zip, 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 bang, bang stuff. It was awesome. And I truly enjoyed it. I honestly have to say that I've only gone against AI because really that's just what I want to do. I just wanted to play with the maps, see what it is. I will have to say that when I was playing Tracer, the AI raped me. It wrecked me. Okay.
Tracer is a hard thing to play.
Yeah.
Now, what characters did you kind of concentrate on? What was your style?
So I tried Tracer, and Tracer was cool with the teleporting thing, but it was never something that. And so I played the double gun guy. I played Soldier 76. I played Pharaoh, the chick, the one chick with the rocket launcher and stuff.
Sure. That's a good one.
Huh?
Never mind.
And who else did I play? I literally just started just picking ones, okay? And they all seemed pretty balanced. They all seemed, except for I felt Tracer was a little bit wimpy. I really don't see how she's going to assist.
Well, she was... when I've seen the play of her and the styles of the people who actually were able to work well with her, using her teleport ability and the rewind ability was tremendously helpful.
Right.
In being able to get in, do little bits of damage to a lot of foes, and then letting the big boys come in, like the people with the rocket launchers, and just, get that extra to put them away. So, now...
I still see this as a game where you think that it's going to be a team-based game, but inevitably what always happens in these games is that one person gets killed, they're running back. 2 more people get killed. So then your team gets all strung out and everybody's solo. And it turns into a team solo game. Okay? You having to survive, solo running in, because nobody ever sits back and waits to group up and then waits to rush in. That's still an issue with these styles of games. What they took care of was the
when you're going in, you're playing random play with random people. You're absolutely gonna run across
but if you were on a team of people that you knew, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a full strategy, because then I've actually seen a group of 5 people that were all streamers that got together and were doing it at the same time. And they went through and they decided, okay, I'm going to be big boy. I'm going to be the quick girl. I'm going to be the sniper. We're going to be the rocket launcher person. And as one person died, they switched around dynamics with different characters. There was even one time where they all decided they were all going to be the tank. Every single one of them. And so you got 5 tanks all coming in, and literally it was just unbeatable almost. Yeah. And then then they decided they were going to go in with the girl that can teleport and things like that. And then it was complete and absolute chaos. It was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. Seeing all these ones going just zip 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 all over the place.
Right.
I think the game has a great dynamic to its play, and enough flexibility in its characters and their individuality to make this something that will be...
Yeah, I think that Blizzard has yet again knocked one out of the park with this. I really think that the genre that they're going to be going after, I believe that's the TF2 genre and stuff like that, they have done it, and I think that they've done it well.
Did you get a chance, or did they release Genji, Mei, and
they're in there, but I did not play them. I did not get a chance to play them. Wait a minute! I played Genji. Genji. Genji was freaking awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
You use the super where you power up and you get to use
the sword. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude. Yeah. Genji was freaking awesome because he throws these stars really, really freaking fast, and then the ult is like a spread shot that he does. And then his super is that, and there's something else that he does. Oh, it's like a bomb that he can throw that pushes everything back. So
Nice.
so like if you're up in an area and you know somebody's coming through, you can pop that bomb on them and then jump in because they're still reeling for coming back. You jump in and light them up. It's yeah. I did play him. He was a lot of fun to play. I enjoyed him. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, next time you're gonna have to do May and Diva.
Yes.
Let us know what you think of those guys. So that is for Overwatch. Now, I think it makes complete and absolute sense. I think it's going to be a great, another one of these competitive genre games.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, Chaos?
Oh,
Think it makes sense?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally makes sense. Yeah. Great game. Great game.
Go 10?
I'm bitter that they canceled Titan, and I think this is bullshit.
Wah, 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 wah.
What the heck? Wow, left field. Just yeah.
All right.
Cash had another thing that's
Yeah. I don't really have any,
what is
like.
this shitty piece of crap that you're going to talk about next.
Okay, let's go ahead and switch over. I don't know where the person is. There we go. So I'm not going to get into specifics.
Back when we're talking about real stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of what they're doing. I wanted to talk about the fact that they are finally upgrading some of the and I can't even freaking remember the names of them now. God damn it. Where is my notes here? Exotics. They're updating some of the year 1 and year 2 exotics finally. If you ask me, you should do this when you upgrade your game. Now, I know, and the thing is that the problem is that we want to keep this show positive and stuff like that, but it's been a kind of a bashing show, and it from here on out, it's just going to go downhill. Trust me, okay? We're just going to go downhill. I want you to know, guys, that I played Destiny on stream for a good probably month. I loved the game to begin with. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was enjoyable. It is not that dog. And I had a lot of fun with it. Okay, there is some things that we learned a long time ago that Blizzard. I cannot talk seriously with that fucking dog up there. I'm sorry.
So bad.
I've got to inject like a little bit of a little bit of positivity into the stream. So here, have a corgi.
We learned a long time ago with Blizzard that you don't gate content. You just don't do it. Okay. And what I mean by you don't get content is you don't do key unlocks. You don't do physical. The number one raid that people hated the most in World of Warcraft was the raid where people had to do things individually and physically. Okay. This is my problem. Okay. I got to the point where I was doing the raids, and honestly, I don't remember what fucking raid it was. Okay. They put a pretty ridiculous. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. I'm done. I'm just gonna shut up now. I'm done.
I was legit listening.
I was too.
The parkour thing where they have you jumping from ship to ship. I feel that the company has got an elitist attitude towards players, and if you do not have their elite ability to be able to elite do this stuff, that you're not going to move through their stuff. Okay. No, it's not for me. The end game content where I have to jump from ship to ship that took me an hour to do it the first time is a joke. And where is he going? Wow. That's downright disrespectful, man. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna shut up now. I love you guys. I do.
we love you too, bro. I'm sorry. I know that there's a huge Destiny community, but I'm sorry. I don't get this game. I just don't. So I think I'm just going to initiate it. We've got lots of more to discuss, and we got some heated things coming up.
No.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Destiny
Literally makes
sense
no
to me.
sense to me at all.
No.
I'd rather play Halo.
Rather play Halo. And that makes no sense to me. So, yeah.
There you go.
I
There you
wanted
go.
to do, let's go ahead and flip over. This is spelled wrong, by the way. It's Kotaku. Kotaku. This is Code 10's subject. Now.
Oh, okay. Right up here.
Right up there. Okay. Now this isn't getting into the last subject, which is something that the three of us discussed whether or not we were going to talk about. And I believe that with these subjects that we are stepping way out on a limb here and taking a risk. And to those that sit back and watch these things and make judgments and pass judgments and stuff like that, is that in the United States of America, we have the right to have our own opinion and speak the way that we feel that we have the right to speak. It's called the freedom of speech. It is written into our government and into our constitutional rights to be able to say the things that we want to say when we can say them. And the people that we're going to be talking about over the next two subjects specifically, and I tell you what, I get jitters when I talk about this, how infuriating these next two subjects make me. Okay? This flies completely against the rights of Americans and the rights of human beings to be able to speak the things that they have the right to speak. Okay? And the reason that I vehemently wanted to talk about both of these subjects, but not only that, but the last subject, was specifically because I will not have my voice muted because I am scared to talk about somebody or something. Okay? And I will stand up proud and I'll take a bullet to the head as long as I'm defending the right that I have been given by my country to say the things that I feel I have the right to say. Whether you disagree with them or not, that is your right. But to affect my life and the life of the people around me is not. Okay? So, I have my beliefs, we all have our beliefs, and we all have the right to talk about our beliefs, we all have the right to disagree with each other, and we all have the right to agree with each other. We don't have the right to intimidate, threaten, or in any way coerce people because of the way that they think, believe, or want to believe. I now send you to Code 10.
And to be far less verbose than my comrade over here, let me just say that it is my personal and very firm belief that the moment that we began to browbeat and shout down others for speaking their minds on political matters or anything of that was the moment when the process, our lifestyle, just the complete system began to fail in America, and it is failing. I mean, nobody can look at the way America is right now and tell me that we're on a good footing. So, with that aside, we'll go ahead and discuss the Kotaku blacklist incident that was just recently released. So, Kotaku actually released an article on the 19th of this month. And is basically charged Ubisoft and Bethesda Softworks with blacklisting them. Now, they go kind of into detail on this article on exactly why things happened and so on and so forth. They think it was for their releasing their details early on secret projects such as Fallout 4 for Bethesda, and Assassin's Creed Victory, which was later renamed Assassin's Creed Syndicate. So, I mean, it's Kotaku. It's a games journalism site that, they do their due diligence. They get in there, they find sources, people tell them about stuff, and they create the stories and they drop them. It's news. If it bleeds, it leads. So the problem is, ever since that time, and for a period of about 2 years now, they have basically been radio silent towards Kotaku. Both Bethesda and Ubisoft is not even acknowledging that Kotaku exists, which Kotaku is actually a fairly significant games journalism website. So, it kind of speaks to the efforts of these studios to really kind of clamp down on media coverage of the stuff that they're doing, and it's really kind of troubling. Now, it's happened on both on the PR and the marketing level. So Kotaku has been able to get with individual like producers of the game or developers and stuff like that and get some details, but a lot of the stuff is under the table on the sly. You know, they a source on the condition of anonymity, so on and so forth, blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, the PR firm, the studio itself, just completely refuses to acknowledge this video game journalism website. Now, this is not the first time it's happened. I believe it was, let me double check my notes here, Sony blacklisted Kotaku in 2007, and the reason for that was, I can't find that in my notes right now, but in 2007, Sony actually also blacklisted Kotaku for a brief time over pretty much the same stuff, just kind of releasing details about a project that, you know, was probably supposed to be secret. Now,
I want to jump in here real quick.
And I also want to interject here.
Yeah.
So now is this generally widely publicized information that's available to the press that they're releasing, or is this some like insider?
I think it's a scoop, right, Shane? Isn't it a scoop?
It's essentially a scoop. I mean, these projects, at the time that the articles were released, these projects were not necessarily acknowledged by a game studio. So yes, maybe they're doing something with it, but they want to keep everything under wraps still yet. You know, just so that, you know, I don't know, for surprise factor at the next con or something like that. I mean, everybody knows that's kind of big thing when you just have this huge hype explosion. It really helps with the initial sales and stuff like that. So I guess they like to kind of keep these things under wraps in the meantime until they can get their official announcement out.
So the gist that I got from reading the article, and the thing is that I got this gist from the article that was written by Kotaku, the same article that Code 10 read. And the gist that I was getting, and the only reason that I see this is because I'm dealing with this myself, and it's a little bit of personal reflection here, is it looks to me like it's not necessarily the scoop that's the issue, it's the tone of the scoop. And it seems to me like the things that they had talked about were on the negative side. And that there is a definite movement by a lot of those that be, that if you report negatively and you get known as somebody who reports negatively, that people don't want to deal with you. And that to me right there sounds like it's possibly what is going on in this instance, is that Kotaku reported something negative about these companies enough times that these companies finally decided to say no. I personally completely disagree with that because I'm under that same thing. And I don't want to talk, you know, but what I'm trying to say is that's the gist that I'm getting. And would you agree or disagree, or what's your feeling?
Well, I can see where you're coming from with that, but the line that I stand on right now is, negative or not, is there truth to it? Okay, if it's just something completely blown out of proportion, you know, like freaking Bruce Jenner, now the CEO of freaking Kotaku or Bethesda or something like that, you know, okay, I get it.
Isn't it Caitlyn now? Wait a minute.
I don't know.
I think it's Caitlyn now.
And
I do believe that you have offended the LBJT community.
Even matter? What does it even matter if you are blacklisted by an organization, especially if there are so many ways of being able to get your news without going directly to the sources for the press releases. It almost is like it's a way for Kotaku in a way to get more of themselves known by stating that they've been put on this blacklist when they're obtaining their information via a source that is not a general
necessarily
press release by the Ubisoft or Bethesda organization. So what does it matter?
Well, it matters because if you're blacklisted by these organizations, then you know, when it comes time for these major things to drop and all these, you know, exclusive stuff that you want as an organization that's really going to help
that makes you competitive,
that makes you competitive, you're closed out from it. It's basically it's the journalism equivalent of price fixing.
Right. I agree. I need you guys to
There you
understand
go.
that I fully disagree with any blacklisting whatsoever. I don't agree with it. I do believe that's a form of censorship. I don't believe in censorship in any which way, shape, or form. It is these companies doing this to people is a travesty, a complete travesty that they have chosen that some people get the information and some don't. Go fuck yourself, company. You know what? It's a freedom of information. Give it to freaking everybody that asks for it, and shut the fuck up.
And the thing of it is, Bethesda, or not Bethesda, or Kotaku. Yeah, I can't even talk right now. But Kotaku has actually answered your concerns with it being negative, and so on and so forth. And I quote in their article, it says, "I'm sure some people will sympathize with Bethesda and Ubisoft. Some will cheer these companies and hope others follow suit. They will see this kind of reporting as upsetting, as ruining surprises, and frustrating creative people. They will claim that we are hurting video games, and as many do, mistake the job of entertainment reporting for the mandate to hype entertainment products. We serve our readers, not game companies, and we will always do that to the best of our ability, no matter who in the gaming world is or isn't angry with us at the moment. In some ways, this blacklist has even been instructive. Cut off from press access and pre-release review copies, we have to double down on our post-release embedding approach to gamer coverage. We've experienced some of the year's biggest games from street level at the same time and in the same way as our readers." So,
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable.
I mean, in some ways, they're at least viewing it in a positive light. But
Yeah.
they answer the whole, if it's negative, you get cut off claim in saying that, we don't see it as negative. We see it as reporting, not
Exactly.
drinking the Kool-Aid.
And whether it's negative or not, whether or not what we said about the Samsung VR gear is negative or not, it's reporting. Okay, and that's the thing that we have the right to do. And what I was getting at before we started this segment, okay, this is just another form of censorship. It's just another form of control. And everybody should, I'm not calling for a freaking game-wide boycott of companies that do this stuff. It's wrong. And these are the things that we should be standing up against and talking against, okay, is this whole blacklist stuff, okay? Yeah, so anyway.
Yes, definitely. I mean, this is definitely one of those touchy subjects about censorship and everything like that. And I personally, what I see from this is I don't think it's right for the companies to be doing this to Kotaku.
No.
Regardless of what Kotaku is actually doing with the information that it gets and passing it on to its readers. It's an unfair practice by these larger organizations penalizing news staff. So I don't think it's right.
I concur 110%.
Yeah.
And this leads us into
The
another
next
discussion.
one.
This has been roaming around the news channels for about a week and a half? No,
Something
about a
like
week.
that.
And it comes
Go ahead.
right in the heated fallout that came from what happened in Paris, which I won't repeat because everybody's seen and heard the news. But Koten, what's going on, man?
Okay,
What's going
so I'm pretty sure everybody in this room, unless you're living under a rock, knows exactly what happened in Paris over the weekend. In light of that, the internet hacktivist collective known as Anonymous has basically declared war on ISIS, and they are basically hunting down ISIS in social media and anywhere across the web that them or supporters of ISIS are located, and basically tearing the house down, trying to take all these sites down, so on and so forth. I believe the current count is like 20,000 or 50,000 social media accounts taken down by ISIS.
Yeah, and these are all like the Facebook, the Twitters, the Instagram, all of the stuff.
Which ISIS is using social media as a platform to radicalize and recruit, people into their cause and so on and so forth. So I can kind of see the way it's going. But I mean,
I just have to, I got to get this out there.
Go ahead.
Do it.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. and we discussed this, okay? I don't necessarily 100% support anything that not ISIS. I definitely that Anonymous does. Okay. And do I see Anonymous as an enemy? Yeah. Okay. They've done some pretty destructive stuff to stuff over here. Okay. But like I stated, whether people understand the ramifications of the word war or not, okay, there is a saying, all is fair in love and war, okay? And what that means is there are no holds barred. There is nothing that you have to hold back to win a war. And make you no mind, every single one of us may be sitting here comfortable in our own houses, drinking our own tea, in our own beer, in our own world. But ultimately, there are people out there that want to kill us. Anonymous, not necessarily being my friend, but definitely is the enemy of my enemy. Therefore, they are my friends, and I support what they're doing 100%. That's my 2 cents.
I don't, and here's why. Okay?
All right.
Look, I understand. I understand. Like, basically, a pack of freaky criminals has suddenly grown a conscience. Okay, this is my opinion. This is my view. All right, Anonymous, they have this kind of shoot everywhere and just don't ask any questions policy. That, you know, I'm not going to sit here and compare them to like Black Lives Matter or Gamergate or any kind of crap like that, but they are the equivalent of social justice. It's mob rule out there. There's, you know, they've been reported on before. There is no head of Anonymous. There is no sort of control over it whatsoever. One spokesman's just like, hey, I want to do this, adds a hashtag to it, and all of a sudden he's got, you know, 10, 20, 50 anonymous hacktivists under his banner, and all of a sudden it's an op that, you know, Anonymous is doing. Now, the reason that I say all this, why I don't like them, why I disagree absolutely 100% with what they're doing, is because they don't know what is going on. They don't understand. They want to declare this total war against ISIS. They don't even understand the battlefield. And that's the first part of going to war with anything, is reconnoiter the battlefield. Right. They have no idea what they're stepping into. So, yeah, they can sit there and stand on their soapbox and, we took down 50,000 ISIS social media accounts. We uncovered this attack plan for today, and so on and so forth. Here you go, world. We're good. Never mind all the criminal freaking felonious acts that they have done so far. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, in them doing all this, what they don't realize, and what everybody else doesn't realize, is they are disrupting legitimate intelligence practices against them. Okay, guys, right. ISIS has been the subject of sustained, deliberate cyber reconnaissance and cyber attack since they discovered the internet. Right. All right. There's been legitimate internet security practices that have been tracking them, creating contact webs, mapping out the organization through
all through social media,
internet posts.
All through social media.
Through social media, through the forums that they use, all of this stuff. And when they determine that they have gotten all the intelligence that they can get out of one of these social media posts, it goes on a list. And guess what? Every month that list goes to Twitter. And what does Twitter do? Shut them down. And they're gone. And they basically are using this to gather intelligence, to help disrupt attacks, to help stop ISIS from doing stuff that's going on, like what happened in Paris, like what happened in Mali. It infuriates me that they're literally just all of a sudden throwing up the banner of, hey, you can't do this. We're coming after you because you killed all these people in Paris. And they go out and they literally just mess everything up.
I feel you. And, you know, now that you put it like that, and I'm so happy that you put it like that, you're absolutely true. Because people don't look at the underlying cause of effect. Cause and effect. You know, and I try to talk to people in my life that do things, and I say, listen, if you do that, what is the effect? Okay, what is going to happen when you do that? Did you think through the fact that...
I agree. Did Anonymous actually think through to understand what this means as far as the government's standard investigation and things like that? You don't think that the governments already have had plans in place to take care of something like this and to move forward and to track all these people and all that stuff?
The kinetic operations against ISIS may not have been that effective so far, and you know what? We're not going to discuss the politics or the ramifications behind the actual like bombs, warheads to foreheads operations, but the Western world has not been stupid. They've not been just sitting idly by and letting this caliphate just blow up. They have been working diligently. They have been doing everything that they can to set the playing field, and I tell you what, me personally, I'm waiting for the foot to drop. I think they're going to get crushed real soon, but Anonymous right now, they're just screwing it up.
Yeah, I'm going to change my mind on this a little bit with Code and go, I agree exactly what you're saying. They didn't think through what they were doing. They did exactly what I did. Hey, go kill. But you know, this is valuable information that we would use to destroy the enemies of our enemies, and all they're doing is standing in between that and hampering that. And the question
they're also putting them. And I know there's a lot of amateurs out there who think, you know, yeah, I could find these accounts also, and I can shut them down and things like, you know, get them canceled. But they are not thinking about the potential ramifications to their own lives. This is not some kid sitting in a room somewhere typing on a computer just sending out news. This is an organization of terrorists who kill people.
And has shown the ability to reach out. Shown the ability to affect at a distance. Paris.
Yeah, absolutely, they have, and you know, this is asinine. This is stupid. This is two stateless organizations that you know have no, but
right.
But it's just, and the thing of Anonymous that really just makes this clown shoes is not only is Anonymous doing this, they've also have you seen this, put up guides. They've literally put up step-by-step guides. Hey, here's how to start hacking and go after ISIS. So I lost it. Not only are they doing it, but they're inviting every script kiddie to go out and try his own hand. This is dumb.
Yeah.
So let's wrap this down. First off, if there's anybody watching this, whether it be the VOD or the live stream, don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot. Keep yourself safe. There are organizations already in place to handle this type of thing. We don't want to hear in the news that such and such kid, his family got murdered because he followed the ISIS guide to,
Do you mean the
accounts.
The anonymous guide to?
Yeah, thank you. The anonymous guide.
Yes.
Which, by the way, for all of you who are thinking, maybe I should go check that out, there are still actually a whole lot of laws in place in multiple countries about unauthorized access to systems, and you would be breaking them.
Right. So, yeah. That's, I think that the key point is,
Wow. This has been an exciting episode.
Mm-hmm. We turned nothing into something, man. Look at us go. We badass. We're pros.
We should talk about kittens with rainbows next time.
Maybe Miss Unicorn Rainbow herself will join us next time.
Yes. Maybe Mrs. Rainbow will join us.
Yes.
We have somebody in mind for the show, a beautiful woman who may join us eventually. Hopefully she can get into the next show next week. But guys, it has been an absolute pleasure and a little bit of painful for this episode, but I have been Headwound. This is Literally No Sense. My fellow broadcasters here, Mr. Chaos Chunk.
That's me.
And Mr. Code 10. Guys,
thanks everybody
so much for joining us. And until next time, stay safe, follow the rules, and make it literally no sense.
Making literally no sense.
See you next time.
See you next time, guys.
Hey.
Mute your mic, guy. I'm gonna start turning off the services one by one.